Hey, what's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and today we're just doing a little reactions to the Nintendo Direct Mini. The rumored Direct, the magical Direct that, oh my gosh, I think everybody was just so hyped, and obviously then it just kind of ninja dropped today. It was just like, hey, and here it is. So obviously, I guess almost you could kind of say it's the winter and spring of ports for the Nintendo Switch. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, namely because the ports that we're getting seem to be very interesting, and it actually gives me a lot of hope for what is coming next. I think the next real big event being E3, but you know, we have GDC, we have a lot of things. They could always do more directs from now until then as well, but for the most part, we see a Nintendo Direct Mini, in which that, for me, I guess the biggest thing that I'm happy they started with was The World Ends With You. This was a DS game that came out 10 years ago. It's being remastered for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is something that I'm actually really excited about because The World Ends With You was this game that everybody kept telling me that I shouldn't miss out on, and life happens and I missed out on it. So I'm very much excited to see that brought here. It says spring 2018, so that could be any time. I don't really know how they define spring in this regards, if it's a true spring going all the way to June. But for the most part, I get a feeling that a lot of this stuff is going to be happening pretty quickly. They did put some dates out there. Dates like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, another game because they didn't have a Wii U, completely missed out on, coming May 4th. So this is a lot of ports, like I said. So obviously, I think the big news, a lot of things that people were really excited about in Discord, was that Dark Souls is getting a version for the Switch. This is interesting. Again, Dark Souls being a game that is constantly referenced because I do tend to like hard games, Cuphead being one of them. These games that offer a lot of challenge. So maybe this is the moment. Maybe this is the moment I dive into Dark Souls. I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts if that is something that is interesting. I think that obviously these kind of games being put on the platform is a good sign. It's a sign that third parties are willing to at least start to kind of wade in to the water of the Nintendo ecosystem, you know, and we've seen it obviously a lot with, you know, we saw Doom, we saw Skyrim, and as long as those titles continue to sell, you know, well, then you'll see not just ports, but I think then you'll start to see more original IP investment, or making sure that it comes out day and date with other releases in and of itself. So not necessarily a bad thing there. Mario Aces is I guess an exception to the rule. It looks like it's a brand new Mario Tennis game, and I have always enjoyed the Mario Tennis series. It looks like they're bringing in some features from, I guess, the 3DS version with a story mode, whatever that really means when it comes to the world of tennis, but this looks really good. This is obviously set for the spring as well. So, again, I'm really excited about The World Ends With You. This game looks visually impressive. I'm actually excited about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It's a game that, you know, my wife and we really actually been playing the original Donkey Kong on the SNES Classic, so I'm happy to see this make its return. Dark Souls might be a way that I kind of wade in to it, and Mario Tennis is going to be something that I'm honestly on the fence with. I'm going to kind of gauge to see if Julie and if like Maddie are maybe interested in us picking up that game as a family and playing it. But you know, for me personally, I don't think I would just go out and get Mario Tennis. But that's just me. No, obviously nothing about Virtual Console, nothing about online. Obviously the UI that was shown off that we kind of highlighted here as potentially fake has been confirmed as fake. So bravo to the guy who made it. Go work for Nintendo. Show them how it's done. Let's make that a reality. That looks a lot of fun in and of itself. And another game I missed was the Hyrule Warriors being ported from the Wii U to the Switch, the Definitive Edition. This is the Dynasty Warriors type game where it's just like you versus just so many enemies on screen. They say 1080p, obviously in TV mode. This is going to be interesting. It looked interesting. I actually randomly played the Dynasty Warriors series. Like, it's like, oh, Dynasty Warriors 2, and then Dynasty Warriors, you know, 7. Like, I take long gaps in it. The games themselves have been interesting, and to see it have a Nintendo spin, obviously with Zelda and all that, the world of Hyrule seems to be fascinating. Again, actually, personally, I would label this more as on the fence, not something that I'm going to actively be excited about going and picking up. But the exceptions being, you know, Donkey Kong, World Ends With You. I think those are going to be day one purchases for me when it comes to that. But the final note, it seems like my priorities for this video are all off a little bit, but final note is that they're giving a free update for Super Mario Odyssey. And this was my game of year 2017. This seems to add some kind of special time trial, hide a balloon, find it within a certain amount of time of the level. And this is great. This is free content for a game that's already incredible, offering a little bit more replay value. Some of the conversations I've had offline literally have been like, are they going to do DLC for Super Mario Odyssey? They're doing it for Zelda. Nothing announced in that field, but it's, you know, at least this is kind of a free update. And man, they could do a lot. They could always add in new worlds. They could always kind of really continue to support Odyssey after the fact. And this is the first kind of sign that they are. So I don't want to go as far as saying that expect DLC for Super Mario Odyssey, but you know, with the fact that they're putting out these updates for these games, shows that this might be a new Nintendo. I don't know. Love to know your thoughts on that. Obviously, there's going to be hundreds of games and things like that that we want to see. If you guys saw my video talking about my kind of top 5 for the year, none of those top 5 items were here in this you know, direct mini. But again, that's okay. I'm looking forward to plenty of games already announced this year for the Switch and for Nintendo as a whole. But obviously, they're going to, you know, we said GDC, E3. There's still plenty of time, plenty of year left. For them to see what they do. And so again, I guess the question to you guys is, are you satisfied with this Nintendo Mini? Was there anything that you were hoping for and didn't see? Like me, again, I really want to learn more about their online service. It seems like it's this continually delayed and questioning thing. We're not learning about it. They're not really talking about it. When? When are we going to learn about it? When is that conversation going to continue to happen? Or, like, for me, I guess, is that, have they decided? Do they even know? Are they still trying to work and figure it out behind the scenes? All not necessarily bad things. It's better to get it right than have it rushed. I mean, you take in the concept of their video game design policy, you know, where they've said, you know, obviously a rush game is a bad game forever. A delayed game is only delayed, you know, so many times, but it could have that potential for being great. And obviously that's a horrible paraphrasing, and I apologize for that. But guys, that's it. Those are my thoughts on the Nintendo Mini Direct for January 2018. My name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope to see you in our next. Got lots of fun stuff planned this year. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.
Whoa! Thank you so much for watching. There should be another video like over here. Or there. Or a vlog somewhere around here. And the subscribe button is below with the contact info. Here we go.